Man, I have had a blast with this OnePlus 15. I'm actually surprised because I used quite a few different phones before I picked up the OnePlus 15, and recently it was the Galaxy Z Fold 7. And I didn't think that there would be a phone out there that would allow me to seamlessly transition from a folding device, especially the Z Fold 7. But this OnePlus 15, what OnePlus has done with this device, I wouldn't say groundbreaking, but it really is that good. The battery life, the software, the smoothness of the operating system and the display, the gaming ability of this device, the cooling. OnePlus has just done a really good job with this phone, let alone the cameras. I think the cameras are actually pretty good on the OnePlus 15. And I can strangely say that I'm not as excited for the Galaxy S26 Ultra because I have experienced the OnePlus 15. I really like this design. I love the abilities to where I can use this phone in any type of environment with the new IP ratings. I really love what they've done with this phone, and I just don't understand why it's not more mainstream. Yes, they don't really focus on marketing and things like that, but the reviews are out there, especially the longer term reviews where we have found out that the cameras are actually pretty good for what it is. I mean, clearly it's not going to be an iPhone or a Google Pixel in terms of the actual cameras, but they aren't bad. And I feel like over the years, when you buy a OnePlus phone, you're going to get the fastest, smoothest, butteriest phone out there. You're going to get a great display with a really nice body, with fast charging and big batteries. I think it's clearly working. It gets people like me very excited for cell phones again. And I just have to give OnePlus their props here. Yes, there have been rumors this year where people are saying that OnePlus is starting to split up, that they're not going to be a company for very much longer. I sincerely hope that that doesn't happen. I'm having such a great time with this OnePlus 15. And if you have not experienced one of the newer OnePlus devices, you need to. The OnePlus 13 was great. The OnePlus 15, in my opinion, is even better. You have this amazing 6.7-inch beautiful display. Now the display itself, I wish it did get brighter, because whenever I am outside, I do notice that this phone doesn't get as bright as my other flagships, but I feel like it's acceptable for what it is. And weirdly, it gets brighter than a lot of other phones I've used indoors. It's just whenever you hit outdoors with the sunlight that the display just shows its age, I guess. And then of course, it not having an anti-reflective display, I would really love to see them bring that next year with the next OnePlus device. But outside of that, the screen looks great on this phone. And what's the point of having an amazing screen if the audio quality does not live up to standard? And I will tell you guys right now, I don't really hear many people talk about this, but I really love the audio setup on this OnePlus 15. The speakers sound awesome. The music that you're playing with it, the highs, the mediums, the mids, the lows, it sounds great across the board, especially whenever I compare this to my OnePlus 13. I really like what they did with the speaker setup. And that goes for the Bluetooth audio as well. I noticed that whenever I use Bluetooth headphones, whether they're AirPods or my Google Pixel Buds, the audio experience sounds a lot better than previous OnePlus devices. So it's the little things like that that I very much enjoy with this device. And I feel like every year, OxygenOS just gets better and better. This year, this iteration of OxygenOS with this device, I love it. I love the customization. I love the way the icons look. I do wish there was a way to hide the favorites bar at the bottom of the home screen, to where it's just one single sheet of icons as opposed to having that dock. I like how I can do that on my Samsung devices. But yeah, outside of that, OnePlus did a really good job with this software here. I like how they finally have more customization with the always on display. I think that they're still missing a few features whenever you compare this to a Samsung phone, but OnePlus, they have come a long way with OxygenOS's customization. I love how at the notification bar at the top, you can hide different icons. I like it to where I can remove a Bluetooth icon and things like that. I love that. I think that they could do a little bit better with the quick settings panel, give me a little bit more customization there, and also with the theming of OxygenOS with all of the different material design theming could be a little bit better. But outside of that, I love OxygenOS. It's one of my favorite operating systems right now. And not only because of the customization, but because of how smooth the operating system is. It is so smooth, it is so buttery. Honestly, it's so smooth. This phone, it's so smooth that it makes like my 17 Pro Max feel choppy. It makes my Samsung phone feel not necessarily less smooth, but less fast This phone is so fast. It's so fast with the way you unlock the phone. The fingerprint scanner is blazing fast. The facial unlock is blazing fast. Whenever you open applications and you leave and open your applications in the background with that 16 gigs of RAM, this phone feels so fast all of the time. And that has not changed over the last couple of months with using this phone. I feel like OnePlus devices never slow down, like ever. I feel like the OnePlus 13 still, to this day, is still a buttery smooth, fast device. And yes, this phone actually does have a 165 hertz display, but that 165 hertz is really only unlockable and usable whenever you are gaming with a game that supports that. But the normal 120 hertz is blazing fast all of the time. And I actually recommend you guys go into your display settings, turn your pixel density, turn it up to the highest where you have the highest resolution, and then turn on the fastest, smoothest screen option possible. That way you get the best experience with your OnePlus device. But yeah, back to the little things, they do it well. And one of my favorite features on this phone is the IR blaster. I am so upset that Samsung removed this from their phones way back then. I love having an IR blaster. I love having the ability to control any TV or any accessory in my house that uses that technology with my OnePlus 15. And it's actually one of the things I miss every single time I use a different phone. I love the IR blaster. OnePlus, keep bringing it, keep allowing us to have that technology with your phone. And I didn't talk about it much here, but I love the design. This new design is beautiful. I love this color. It fits me so well. And one thing I noticed as soon as I got this, these super thin bezels on this phone are beautiful. That's one thing I still wish like Google would do, is give us thinner bezels. I love the way a phone looks that has really thin bezels. It is so beautiful. I love it. And of course, you can't argue that battery life. With the 7300 milliamp hour battery, it to me personally is a game changing. So I typically can get 3 full days of normal use with this phone. That is outrageous. iPhone 17 Pro Max has a really good battery, but that's like a day and a half, a full day for me on a heavy day. This phone is 3 days, typically 2 days when I'm pushing it very, very hard. I love the battery on this phone. And then of course, if you ever need a little bit of a juice top up, you have that insanely fast charger that comes in the box with your OnePlus 15. Plug it in for 15-20 minutes and you'll literally have 2 days of battery from this device. I love that. I do wish that this phone had magnets built into it. That's something that I miss anytime I don't use a Pixel or an iPhone. Yes, of course, you can get a case that allows the ability for you to use like safe accessories and wireless charging through magnets. But just bring it on the phone this time, guys. Separate yourself from Samsung even a little bit more here in the States and give us those magnets. Like I said, I am not that excited for the Galaxy S26 Ultra because of how amazing this OnePlus 15 is. There will be things on that new Samsung phone that this phone already has that the new Samsung phone won't even bring. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited for OnePlus and what they are doing. I hope that they continue to be in this same tract and then just continue to increase things like the cameras. Speaking of the cameras, I actually like the cameras quite a bit. It is a very dramatic, very juiced up camera. So whenever you take photos, usually the skin tones look really good, but a lot of the rest of the photo is very saturated. It has really good zoom, but the areas where this phone struggles, and I've seen this consistently, is in low light. So whenever you take photos in low light, there is a lot more noise, just a lot grainier than other devices. Outside of the low light abilities, this camera actually looks better to me than it did on the OnePlus 13. And I didn't mind the OnePlus 13 camera. Great zoom. Video cameras are amazing. The cinematic video on the camera looks really good. Like I said, the zoom shots look really good. The ultra wide looks pretty good. It's just in low light situations where the camera can fall apart. And there's also issues with consistency. So I'll take one photo and it looks really weird and robotic, but then I'll go back and take that exact same photo like half a second later, and that photo looks so much better. So if they can continue to keep working on the consistency of the camera, it will help them a lot. But yeah, I don't think that the cameras should be a reason for you not to buy this phone. Let me know down below, what do you all think of this device? I'm excited to try out the OnePlus 15R and see how well that phone compares to this more expensive OnePlus 15. I think the pricing right now is pretty good where it is. This 512 version is $1,000 US, and you can't really buy a phone that's this good in that price range. especially if you jump down to the 256 gig version for $900 US. I think that that's a pretty good price. But my concern with OnePlus is the long-term support. I think they only support 3 or 4 years of software at this point. They need to jump up to that 7-year point. Yes, I know not a lot of people will keep your OnePlus devices for 7 years, but you granting that ability for the people who want it is amazing. And I feel like they're also missing a few AI features. For example, they don't have the clear calling features where all of my other devices, the iPhones, the Pixels, to where if you are talking on a phone, you could turn on voice isolation. It just sounds a lot better whenever you use one of the other devices like an iPhone or a Google Pixel. And there's also no call screening abilities. Man, I miss call screening so much when I use this phone. Now everybody has it. The iPhone has it, Samsung has it, the Google Pixel has it. OnePlus, you need to implement a call screening feature with your devices. Outside of that, the speeds are amazing on it. The connection of the actual antenna seems to be pretty good. I don't have any issues with GPS or anything like that. It seems to work just as good as any of my other devices, but not having a voice isolation feature whenever I'm making phone calls, and then of course not having any type of call screening is a huge letdown. So yes, we get features like the RIR blaster, amazingly buttery screen and all of that stuff, but without those every single day features like call screening, it just irks me a lot. I really need those features on my next OnePlus device. But yeah, let me know what you all think down below when it comes to this OnePlus 15. I love it. I love the multimedia experience. I love the speed. I love gaming on it. I love using this phone for daily operations. This is arguably one of the best phones out there right now. So let me know down below, do you have one of these? Did you pick up the US version or the Chinese version? I saw a lot of people in my last video who bought the Chinese version and imported it into their country. Let me know how that's going. And yeah, if you watched this entire video, leave a comment down below with an alien emoji, just so I know that you're one of the real ones. So I appreciate you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you in the next one.